Well, hello internets. First kind of cooking vlog that I'm doing here. Just made something in my kitchen I thought was actually quite nice, which is a first for me because I did it without a recipe and without really knowing what I was doing until I had the finished product. So that was fun. Well, anyway, when you think of spaghetti, what are the first things you think of? Peanut butter and tuna, right? Okay, well maybe not. But that's what I had, so I decided to make a spaghetti dinner out of it. So the first thing I did was I took a pan, put it on the stove at medium heat. My range goes from 1 to 10, 6 is my medium for some reason. I had it at 5, just as an example temperature, but if you've got a hot range, it could be as low as 3. It's whatever you use to simmer vegetables on. So I just chopped up half an onion and half a carrot into maybe 1 centimeter cubes. Doesn't need to be that small, doesn't need to be that big either. They simmer for a while anyway. So I put them in a pan with about 3 tablespoons of oil. I use canola oil. I don't really have a preference for the kind of oil. Yeah, it's just for simmering, so anything will really do. I don't have any background in culinary school or anything like that, so this is just all stuff that I make up on the go. So I simmer it until the onions start turning brown. Then I chop up some mushrooms, 6 mushrooms, about the size of the first knuckle to my second knuckle. Like, they're not big mushrooms, but you know, chop up 6 of them, add them to there. And I added a black sauce. I don't really remember how I made the black sauce because it was a couple of months ago, but you could easily substitute a soy sauce for it. So you just need to add maybe 2 or 3 teaspoons of this black sauce, soy sauce, whatever you want to use. So stir it in. Then you put your pot of spaghetti noodles on. That should get it done in about the right amount of time. So just enough spaghetti for one person, like whatever you can fit in there. Okay, so spaghetti. So after you add those vegetables to the pan, that's pretty much all the vegetables I added there. Then I made a mixture of some spices. I used turmeric, paprika, nutmeg, some parsley and basil, 1 clove of garlic, and 3 tablespoons of oil, about 5 tablespoons of water, and 2 teaspoons of this grape browning stuff. I'll include a link to a picture of it in the description of the video. So mixed that up, added that to the vegetables, stirred it in for 2 or 3 minutes. Then I added a scoop of peanut butter, maybe a quarter of the size of your palm. Doesn't need to be that big. You stir that in, it should start frothing a little bit, you'll notice. So you stir that in, let it simmer for about 3 to 5 minutes. And then while that's going on, I took a half can of tuna and about twice that of mayo and just made a mixture that you put on top of the spaghetti afterwards. So just mix that together, put that aside. And at that point, after you let that simmer for about 5 minutes, the spaghetti should be done. So you take that, drain it, no more water left in it. You take the noodles, you add them to the pan of vegetables. And it's not going to cook in there, you're just going to add it in there to stir it all together, make sure the spaghetti gets completely covered by the sauce that the vegetables are cooking in at this point. It's going to be a yellow color. So you take that, you put that on your plate, and you take you take your tuna and mayo mixture, you put that on top, you serve it, and when you go to eat it, you just mix it all in together. It tastes really good, it's really filling, and it's not actually all that expensive. Mind you, you do need to have all of the spices. I don't know, I just used what I had in my kitchen. I was kind of inspired to use the peanut butter because I like peanut butter. And I thought, hey man, this is weird. Let's do it. So yeah, just have some fun in your own kitchen. create a video response with the stuff that you do in your kitchen. But nothing generic like craft dinner. Oh, and on a side note, do not cook craft dinner in half water, half vodka. It tastes really, really bad. Like sour and bitter, and that's it. So yeah, don't do that. So yeah, video response.